All right. So, this is the next Patreon request I'm doing, and this one comes from Tom Hibbert, who asked me to do a review of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, the most fucked up thing of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, barring, of course, fanfiction, and maybe a few of the later animes, but still. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, that'll allow you access to do so. Like I said, I just posted my review of the Toxic Avenger remake on there, so if you want to check that out, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over there. And yeah, other than that, let's get started with the review. This show... Now, it's funny because, I have context, because in high school I did read the first few manga of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before it became more popularized. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, I think you can still find the episodes on YouTube. It is something, because it's almost like a horror anime, really. It really does feel like a straight-up horror anime in most versions. It's very much a darker show. The Pharaoh is almost like a Grim Reaper type character who comes to, collect on souls and whatever. Man, they don't show you that in 4Kids now, do they? I genuinely have watched these episodes and went, Jesus Christ. No wonder they couldn't, 4Kids in the original English dub couldn't do shit with it. It's fucking horrifying. It's like a straight up horror show. And it's actually a lot more adult. I don't know how they got away with half the stuff they did. Season 0 is, for those who don't know, was like a prequel series to Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Yugi had gotten the puzzle. We saw him put the puzzle box together, and the Pharaoh didn't know who he was. And the games didn't have monsters. It was more like people would play the card game, and the Pharaoh would take them to the Shadow Realm and make the games real, and then collect on their souls like a goddamn Reaper. The show is also a little more perverted, and also like the original manga of the first few volumes. I'll dive into the original manga as well, where, the original manga had, in the first few volumes, had the Pharaoh Atem doing way worse to people than even in the original show. There was some scary shit in that series, in the manga, and there's also some interesting humor too. Like how Anzu clearly wanted to jump Atem's bones and would try to get a rise out of Yugi so she could try to get the Pharaoh to come out. That was her train of wearing skimpier outfits and things like that. That was a thing. Also, there was one point in the manga where Joey had an anime, had a porno. I'm not joking. Had a porno. And he said, oh, yeah, but all the private parts are blurred. And Yugi wanted to watch it. And he's like, okay, you little pervert, you can watch it. And then the next page is just Yugi's eyes wide open with the little porno blurs in the retinas. Right? I know, saying that out loud, you would think, is this fan fiction he's talking about? No, it is not fanfic. It is not fan fiction at all in any way, shape, or form. It is legit. It is legit manga you can read. I don't know if they had that. I can't remember if they did that in the episodes, but it was definitely in the manga. The show also had an uneven tone. It didn't know if it wanted to be funny or for kids or for horror or a horror anime. There was definitely did the people behind Paranoia Agent have a hand in making this anime? I genuinely do not know. There's also, again, Yugi and Joey were just starting to be friends, so there's still, I'm calling them by Joey by his English name, because it's just easier. So there's definitely, some tension between the two, because remember, Joey started out as a bully, so there is definitely, they're not friends yet, and Kaiba is just kind of the class asshole. He's more Draco Malfoy than anything else. And I think that's the first time I've ever made a Harry Potter reference on this show. But yeah, it's weird to see looking back on this series and seeing just how batshit bonkers and scary this original show was. And I can't confirm that. I can't confirm this, but apparently Season 0 was more like a giant pilot for Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole. The franchise was testing the waters on shit, and Yeah. She was excuse me, the show was testing the waters on shit, and then when they saw like the the season as a whole, like that season 0 as a whole, they were just like, what the fuck is this? So they quietly kind of did like a soft reboot with season 1, and that's how we got like the hologram monsters and more of the Shadow Realm, and Atem being more of a hero than, he did kill some people. I remember in the show, like he would just send their ass to the Shadow Realm. Like, what was his name? The first duelist he encountered that used all the horror monsters on the island. I fucking don't know. I can't fucking remember. But yeah, it's a trip. That's all I can say is the show was a fucking trip. And yeah, that's all I can say. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0? If you guys like it, hate it, comment below, let me know. Once again, I'd like to thank Tom Hibbert for this Patreon request as well as continued patronage. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.